Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live once again. Welcome back in. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all having a great day hanging out with us with this coverage. It's great to see us. So we'll have round 5 shortly. Just decided to take about a 15-minute break right there. And of course, my webcam decides to hit max exposure, because why not? There we go, that's better. So how is everyone? How's everyone enjoying the coverage from Terracon? It's been a great weekend so far. Hanging out with you all, bringing you this info from Terracon with all the players. Absolutely great fun. It's awesome to have you guys hanging out with us again. Gardog coming in with the stretch back 32 minutes ago. I must have missed it, but fair enough. So just kind of really setting up for the next round. I will show you the table as well. So, bit of a change from last round. This mission is overrun, so it is Dawn of War deployment. 6 objectives. It is a score 2, score 3, score more. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these players go scoring it. The overrun progressive objective is controlling objectives in your opponent's deployment zone. Your opponent's territory, which is their side of the battlefield, so they're 24 inches. So really going to be an interesting one for this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, because I'll show you where the objectives are going to be. The objectives are going to be one here. Sorry, decided to run a line there. One here and one here in each deployment zone. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 is kind of what you're looking at in terms of where the objectives are going to be for the game. So we're just sorting out pairings and who we're getting on stream. I've spoken with the TOs, got that all sorted. So we should be getting that all going, coming up for the next round. It's going to be absolutely awesome as well. I can't wait to bring you this coverage. Now, we do have updated rankings as well. So we've got Adam Napier coming in first, so far on 377 battle points, followed by Ben Reggett at 361. Kyle Russell at 305. Josh Fenwick coming in, bringing up the rear at 278. Then Simon Vickers at 356. Gabe at 353. Tie with Nathan Meach as well. And then Kieran on 345. To round out your top 8, to go to your top 12, you're looking at Andrew Penn and Joshua Pope. Andrew Penn's on 338. Josh Pope's on 329. Then Matt Cross and Tim Grant, who will be on stream, I'm pretty sure, is going to be 326 to 309. Matt Cross is 326. Tim Grant is 309. So some really interesting pairings. The guys are just getting the next battle rounds happening. The timer has started as well, so these players are going to be starting soon for the game. Hey, Dingwood, how you going? I've been seeing you've been lurking around, my man. What's been happening? Hope you've been having a great day. So I'm just going to get everything set up in terms of my sheets that I've got for points and everything, so that we're able to be ready to go, ready and raring, as soon as the players rock up onto the table. And lists are live, pairings are live. Players are rocking back in, so it's going to be... Have you had you on for a bit, man? Just been doing the domestic work for the last few days. Yeah, too easy, Dingwoot. Too easy. It can be like that sometimes, man. It can be like that. So I'm just writing down on my notepad so that I've got the points, so I can just go back and forth nice and quick. And so who we got? So we're going to have... It's going to be Matt versus Tim. Pretty simple matchup. Both are great players from talking with the TOs. Both know what they're on about and what they're doing. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How's your weekends been? Have you been enjoying the coverage? I hope you have been. It's been awesome to bring it to you and to be able to have this for you to view, as well as not many tournaments are being covered at the moment with COVID and everything still being a thing. This tournament was actually going to be around 100 players before COVID restrictions. So it is down to around 68. So getting ready to paint my apothecary. I'm just trying to decide where to start. Awesome, Dragoon. Awesome. Looks like the players are over at the table. So what we'll do is we'll head on over. I'll brief them, get them all ready to go. I'll be back with you in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Action's about to kick off. So we're all good to go. Alrighty, chat. So we've got Tim over there now, just waiting on Matt to rock on up. I'm going to start updating their things, if I can find them on the... There we go. All right. So the list we are looking at, we're looking at Custodes facing Adeptus Sororitas. Nice. This is going to be an interesting matchup, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be good to see some sisters on the table. Pre-new codex as well. So Matt is playing the sisters and Tim is playing the Adeptus Custodes. No, I don't want it in capitals, please and thank you. And hopefully that's good enough. Yep, perfect. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So to run you through their lists as they're getting set up, I might just pop my head around, just see if Matt's sitting there so I can get the mic on him, get him mic'd up so it's all good to go. Just give me 1 second. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we've got both players.
I just raced through my game. My opponent was just like, oh, missed it.
I played on stream last well against Custodes.
Oh, nice. What were you playing then?
Hey?
Were you playing Sisters
Alrighty,
then as well?
hopefully this will be nice and clean from both players in terms of the audio. Not too much cracking.
Just so you know, the skulls on all of these dice are all ones.
Alrighty. So, let's do we'll run through their list to start with, and we'll get their secondaries in a minute. I'll just drop their volume right the way down. So, Tim's list. I might just fully drop their mics down. There we go. A little bit. So, Tim's list for his Custodes. He's got the Shadow Keepers in a patrol. Agents of the Imperium, he's got a Calexis Assassin. He's also got Trajan Valorous, a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle Jetbike with the Auric Aquila, Captain Commander, Hurricane Bolter, Indomitable Constitution, Misera Concordia, Superior Creation, and he's the Warlord. Just give me a sec, chat.
4+ invulnerable, 6 up, feel no pain. That one's 5 up, invulnerable, 6 up, pain. They're both, all 3 of the dreads.
Alright, so then he's got a unit of 5 Custodian Guard, 2 Storm Shields, 3 Guardian Spears, a Archelaus Dreadnought, a Contemptor Archelaus Dreadnought with 2 Aradthic Destructors, and then a Contemptor Galatus Dreadnought, I should say. I'm terrible at pronouncing names, ladies and gentlemen. Unit of Venatari. So 1, 2, 3 Venatari Custodians with Kinetic Destroyers and Taurus Bucklers. Unit of 3 Praetors, Virtus Praetors with 3 Salvo Launchers, 2 Misera Concordias. A Caladius Grav Tank with twin Arachnus Heavy Blaze Cannon, and a Telemon Heavy Dread with the Arachnus Storm Cannon ×2 on there as well. So, really strong list. Pretty simple and straightforward in terms of the Custodes being in one detachment here. But it'll be interesting to see, and by looks, it's 11 CP for the list. So, -1 CP for an upgrade on the Dawn Eagle, the Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle. All right, then, Matt Cross's list. We have got Triumphant of Safe Katherine, pretty straightforward. Unit of 5 Battle Sisters times with just bolt guns. Unit of 5 Battle Sisters with 2 Storm Bolters. Unit of 5 Battle Sisters with a Heavy Bolter and Storm Bolter. In Elites, he's got 2 Crusaders with Power Swords, a Hospitaller, an Imagine of Fire with the Bullock of St. Lucius, a Retributor squad with 4 Multi-Melters and 2 Cherubs, times that by 2. A Sororitas Rhino, and that is it for the Battalion. Then in a Vanguard detachment, he has taken Order of the Bloody Rose with the Canoness, with the Beneference, I believe is how you pronounce it, for the Relic. A Preacher with the Chainsword, 9 Repentia ×2. 8 Seraphim, so Seraphim, not Seraphim, with bolt pistols and power swords. Then a unit of 5 Seraphim with two twin Inferno pistols, the rest with bolt pistols. A unit of Mortifiers with 1, 2, 3, 4 in there with heavy bolters and penitent flails, and another Sororitas Rhino. So really interesting to see this list coming up against the Custodes. Sort of haughty, but sort of isn't at the same time. It's going to be really interesting to see. And I figure out, I think it's just the cable on the mic itself, Dragoon, that's causing the feedback, quite possibly. Sisters on Custodes should be interesting, 100%. And both potential second armies currently, but they are currently Admech Knights. Yeah. So this should be a really interesting game, chat, to get everything going. I'm going to update what we are seeing. So we're seeing Matt playing Sisters versus Tim playing Custodes. So title is all updated for you, chat. All ready to go. We're going to get everything from the players as they go. I'm going to turn up the player volume. I'm going to have some lunch here and rehydrate a bit. And be right back with you in a moment. We're just getting underway here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's fucking gross. How many characters do you have?
6.
6. Alright. You've got Celestine, who's a troll. You've got the Terracon saying Katherine is a character. And then you've got Image
Fire. I got a Hospitaller, and I got Katniss.
Katniss, easy.
How many characters do you have?
3. I've got the Assassin, Trajan, and the Bike Captain. How many squads in total do you have?
Squads? Oh, don't know. What's that one for?
I'm just making sure that I've got 5. 1, 2. Oh, beautiful. So one squad, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 in total, squad wise.
I think I will go to the primary because that actually looks pretty good. So when you score that at the end of your turn, you can't read it.
The end of your command phase.
Oh, the next turn. Oh, gross. Probably won't then. And vehicles, how many points do you give up?
Not elite. That's 14 wounds. 14 wounds, 9 wounds, 9 wounds. Gonna grind them down since you've got way more squads than I do.
I will take the primary, actually.
And so you're taking the primary?
So I do engage on all fronts, the primary, and I always forget what it's called. When you come in, you do an action each quarter. What's that one called again?
Deploy scramblers?
Deploy scramblers, sorry.
Taking while we stand, we fight, engage on all fronts, and then... grind them down while we stand, we fight. Alright, so I'm taking while we stand, we fight. I'll take engage on all fronts because I can't take grind them all down. Who's your warlord?
Celestine.
That's not going to happen. And I'll take overrun as well.
Nope. Let's roll up.
Attacker or defender. Oh, in there.
What do we have to roll there?
Yeah, just so it's easier for that. 3.
I'll just take this side.
Easy, not a problem. The Ventari are going to go in deep strike.
Is it an 8-inch deployment?
Pardon?
Is it 8-inch? Is it?
I'd say yes, because it applies the objective.
So they're down.
They're down. The this is going to go here.
Cool.
Here is the battle squad with just one giant sword.
Yep.
Any storm bolters or anything else?
Stop bolter.
Storm bolter.
It's in the other squads.
I'll place my fire captain down into here.
So not touching, but close.
Yep, so they're not touching the base. Got it.
He doesn't do anything, so I'll swap him out. For a model that can fit up there. Nope. Nope.
The place the box here.
There.
Is that above 5 inches to be targeted or no? Just a little.
Much far.
That down. Right, while we stand, we fight targets are the squad of Custodian Guard, the Telemon, and the Bike Squad.
Character. Another character. The Canoness.
Yep. Spear Dreadnought.
I took engage in all fronts. I took the primary, the mission
Overrun.
objective, and I took
Deploy Scramblers.
Scramblers.
I took engage on all fronts, the primary overrun, and then while we stand, we fight. The units for while we stand are the Custodian Guard, the Telemon Dreadnought, and the Bike Squad.
The chapter calls and we answer.
Problem. The 3 bikes. And the Telemon Dread, yeah. Not a problem. 11.
I got Unibripentia in reserve and the 2 Crusaders in reserve.
The what? Sorry, second reserve?
So Repentia.
Yep.
And also the 2 Crusaders.
Yep.
And then I've got 2 units of Ultimate Rets for inside a Rhino.
Yep.
And one of the other Rhinos has the Repentia in it.
Yep.
And then I've got the 5 jump chicks that come down. They're obviously in reserve. And Zephyr. They're going to be on the board.
Board easy, so I've got 3 placements to go basically.
Cool. Just going to whack. Celestine's going to go down.
Snake
there.
Oil Services, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. And welcome to the chapter.
Warrior's going to go here.
So Repentia.
Trajan's going to go here. Yes, he's in negative, he's in difficult terrain, so he's going to move 2 less. So there, Bloody Rose. Girls and rhinos. So it's the girl, so it's the...
Alrighty, chat. I'm just getting the socials all shared and everything, and I'll be back with you in 1 second to talk about everything with the players. But hopefully you can hear them nice and clearly as best as possible. We're getting into round 5, and I'll update the secondaries as well in just a moment.
Yes.
So they ignore AP1 at the moment.
Yeah, so that's what the banner does. But when it's on Valorous hard, it extends to 2.
Yeah. Placing the Telemon there, middle. Good. Always weird being hit. Once at Uprising, and it was like bang and you miss it kind of deal because we just played a really quick game and it just went like that.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Cool. That's all. Rightio.
Rolling to see who goes first. So she's on the ground floor. Good luck.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird, right? 1. That takes it out of my hands. So you have first turn.
So miracle dice. So basically, St. Katherine gives me 1 each turn.
Yep.
Celestine, she gives me 1. It's my Warlord trait, and then I just get 1 for being.
Yeah, so you're starting at 3.
So
So you get a 6, a 4, and 5.
okay. Sorry, my right is passion, so 6 is explode. I
Yep.
don't think it's that one.
6 is explode on hits,
On
in
hits,
combat and shooting, and
Just combat.
just in combat, easy.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so we're getting the secondaries updated for you right now. We have got Whilst We Stand, We Fight happening for Tim, who has taken it with his unit of 5 Custodian Guard and his 3 Veritas Praetors and the Telemon Dreadnought is his 3rd. So, all right. So secondaries are up. They've both taken Engage on all fronts and Overrun, so it's going to be really interesting to see how they both try to tackle it a bit differently compared to the other. We're also looking at Scramblers for Matt as well. So really a bit different. The Sisters won first turn. They've also got Celestine in the list. So as you can see, you've kind of got a bit of a split deployment because you've got a lot of stuff here with Matt and then some stuff here and here. So whereas Tim's really gone for kind of a bubble deployment here and Sisters are just bulked up. So I reckon it's going to shift in terms of the game surface. Instead of being your Dawn of War style, I reckon with Tim's mobility, he may actually force it into a Vanguard. He might move the bikes up this direction or even out over here as well. And from there, it'll be really interesting to see what he decides to do. But it's going to be a great game nonetheless. Some Miracle Dice are in play as well for the Sisters. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the coverage, enjoying hanging out with us. It's going to be a great game. Let's turn back to the players and hear how Matt's going with his movement.
I think these guys are gonna.
The base for him anyway.
I do.
Yeah. Otherwise it'd make it very easy to get into close combat. So a squad of Retributors is disembarked from the Rhino.
Yep. Missing a model theories.
Alrighty, chat. So as the boys are going through, well, as Matt's going through his movement, I'm going to run through what the overrun objective is for you all. So, and the mission also is a score 2, score 3, score more. So they need to be at least on 2 objectives to get some points here. What overrun is you score a number of victory points at the end of your command phase if you control 1 or more of the objective markers within your opponent's territory. You get 2 points if you hold 1, you get 3 points if you hold 2, you get 5 points if you hold all 3. So how that works is pretty much down the middle. That's Matt's territory, and then this is Tim's territory. So if Matt holds 1 of Tim's, that's 2 points to him. If Tim holds 1 of Matt's, that's 2 points to Tim. So it's a really balanced secondary, but it's going to be hard, especially with both of these armies being relatively low model count. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play this out. But we're going to turn back to the players as they get into the shooting phase and go from there.
And then I'll decide to see if I pop my cherubs or not after that happens.
Yep, not a problem.
Right, so you will be 3s with reroll 1s. And I'll wound you on 4s.
Heavy bolters.
No, this is multi-melters.
Multi-melters.
Yes, strength 8. Your toughness. 3s. It's only 3.
Yep.
I'll use a CP
Yep.
to turn one of them into an extra hit.
Yep, so 4
So plus
invulnerable
one.
saves.
So 4 involves.
So 4 invulnerable multi-mode saves, 3 up. Fails none.
Shit. Beautiful, that's not what I want. I'll do the cherubs as well. 3 more.
3 more,
Multi-multis, same thing.
same thing. 3 saves. Fails 1. It's D6 damage, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to use a command point, putting me down to 10. Saved.
Not good for me.
They
Okay.
can double shoot once or every game.
Oh, they were cherubs, they're gone now forever.
Excellent.
So heavy bolters. Well, I wasn't expecting you to pass 7 involves.
3 up's the dream.
The heavy bolters into the same thing.
Yep. Then 5s.
Just 3.
Yep. 3 at neg 1, so 3 ups still. 2 damage a pop. Saves the pop.
Cool. I'll pop smoke.
Yep, so it's neg 1 to hit.
Yep. Pretty much me, mate. I don't have much going on.
Easy, so you've got 3 objectives, but not that it really super matters. My turn.
Well, actually, I might before I do that, with shooting. Let's see if I can run them to get them into that quarter. I gotta be wholly within, don't I?
Do you have engage?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I run it to there, will I get engaged or not? Then shot. What's the center? 24, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it would. I'd have to have. So I've only got 2 quarters.
Yep, beautiful. So my turn.
So relatively quick turn from Matt here. We're going to see how Tim goes in response. I reckon the game's going to be a pretty good one. A pretty good one for concise movement, but once they start getting into the thick of it,
Retributors are in there.
it'll bog down,
Sorry,
I reckon.
Retributors are in
But
there.
we'll see. We shall see.
Moving the bikes. So they can all see that boy, they can all see that, that's fine. One is going to move 6. Trajan is going to advance 4, so we can move a total of 8 inches. This dread is going to move to 8. Just out of range for both of his weapons, for one of his weapons, that's fine. This guy's gonna move in advance. So 5. Nine, so he can move 14.
Oh, I get a miracle dice in your turn.
Yep. The Alexis
Alrighty, chat. Let's see how Tim's movement goes. So, as we can see from this right now, Tim's really pushed up with the 2 contemptors. He's keeping the Telemon back as well as the bikes with Trajan and the Telemon. But he's bringing the, actually that's not probably Trajan, to be honest. Trajan's here, I would say. So the shield captain's definitely there. But then the guard are all here taking that objective. So he's getting onto 2. And then he's moved the tank onto the 3rd. So he's definitely getting the at least 10 points next round. Very similar for Matt because he's got 2 objectives there. But it just depends. He's getting 5, but this unit might not be within that range. So right there might not be 3 inches. So I really think it's going to come down to sitting on objectives for this match instead of really killing stuff. Because it's a hold 2, hold 3, hold more. You need to sit at the objectives and kill stuff that's on the objectives. Like, now, I'm not even sure if that distance is going to be 3 inches now, to be honest. That'll be interesting. But let's turn back to Tim during his shooting phase and see what he's doing.
So hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of the captain. It's a miss. He's within 6 of Trajan, so toughness is 7. So 3s, re-rolling everything because it's a vehicle. 1 wound. And then 2d6 damage. It's neg 4.
I got 6 up in, bro.
6 up in, bro. No. So 2d6 damage. 3, so 3 damage on it. The Telemon is going to shoot his heavy weapons into the Retributors. Are they in range of an Imagifier or anything else? He's going to use the second weaker profile into them, and then he's going to fire his Spikers into the Mortifiers. So the first one's within range of Trajan. If you're not happy with the Mortifiers, I'll skip them.
I don't know, it's a tough one. Where you shoot from, your base or the model?
Base.
Yeah, from the base again.
So into the Retributors, hitting on 2s, re-rolling any 1s because of Trajan. All hits. Strength 7, so wounding on 2s. Re-rolling any 1s but don't have any. 8 at neg 2. And then the Spikers into it, hitting on 2s. Miss. Toughness is 5. So wounding on 4s, re-rolling any 1s. 2 1s there. 3 saves at neg 1.
One goes through.
Easy.
Just 1 damage.
Yep. The Callidius is going to shoot at the Rhino, both of its profiles.
Yep.
So the first, the main gun, hitting on 2s, rolling any 1s because of Trojan, but both hit. Sorry, hitting on 3s because, but
Yeah, sorry.
wounding on 3s, rolling everything because it's a vehicle. 2 at neg 4.
What's the damage on this?
D3 plus 3.
Do you have any more guns to shoot?
The lesser profile, which is strength 6, 1 damage.
You got no more guns to shoot what comes out of it though?
No.
Sorry.
So both. Nice, man. It's fine.
Saved them both just
side
then.
Profile, I'm not going to worry about shooting with it. It's not going to... I may as well, actually. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling any 1s. Miss, miss, miss. 3 hits, wounding on toughness 7.
Yes.
5s, re-rolling any 1s, nothing.
Up to 7 or 6 for Rhino?
I still don't know. It still doesn't matter. This is going to shoot his gun into the sister squad. Hitting on 2s. Both hit.
I mean, -1 to hit.
Still both hit. Wounding on 2s. To it, -2.
So just flat, 2
Yep.
plus saves. All good.
Easy. That is my turn. Morale, if your melter girl can fail.
Just, oh. It's fine.
Be auto pass in the presence of St. Katherine.
Yep, it's about all it's good for. All right, turn
Alrighty,
two.
chat. Pretty quick turn 1. I'm going to go over get the points, and I'll be right back with you. Gentlemen, any points for turn 1?
I think you didn't get anything for engage. I didn't get anything. So sweet.
Right, you still got lost stand. Bye.
Yep.
Matt, did you get a scrambler down or last turn?
Yep.
Yep, cool.
This action.
Down. And no overrun, no engage.
Yep.
Cool. Command points.
I'm down to 9.
It's still on 8. Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Nothing on there.
Not a problem. That come on from reserve. You're not making. Oh, they do that. At the
Alrighty, chat. This is an interesting match. They're progressing really quickly here. So turn 1's already done. Turn 1 is already completed, and
It's more just like
there is
yeah. No, it's all good.
2 hours left in the game. 2 hours left in the round, and these guys are just going hell for leather. Ah, you love to see it. A nice quick game. Quick game's good game, as they always say. But they're both relatively low model count armies, so you'd expect something like this. Dragoon, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Too soon. Potentially too. But still a great game. Currently, I'll update the points because Tim does have Whilst We Stand We Fight. So he hasn't lost any units on that as of yet. So it means he's still got the full 15 points there, which will up his overall points. Tim also did go down to 9 CP as well right now, and Matt is still on 8.
12 inches.
So
12 inches, and I'm in a -1 to hit.
we'll see what this game's going to be like. But who do you guys think? I'm going to put up a prediction. If you guys would like to see who's going to win here, so we've got Matt and then Tim. So you can chuck your votes in there, ladies and gentlemen. The prediction will go for the next 5 minutes. And just chuck in some channel points, have a vote, have some play, see who you think wants to win out of Adeptus Custodes with Tim, or Matt with Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Sororitas. Now, as we can see on the board, and just a little bit of analysis here, I reckon Celestine is in a very precarious spot right here. She has to be the one to charge. She has to. Now, we can also see that the Rhino, Matt's looking to move the Rhino up. Patrick Parker, the pairings are not up on Best Coast pairings. We're using down under pairings. If you head to this link that I've just posted in chat, you can find the lists there. If you head to round 5, the list will be there, and that is where we are using the pairings as well. Down under pairings is a part of Art of War that is down under, so the down under chapter of Art of War. No worries at all, Patrick. Glad you're joining us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage as well. So yeah, as we can see, Matt's really starting to press on this side advantage. The Mortifiers are moving up. The Repentia are right there. Celestine's probably going to come in as well. It's going to be a 3-pronged attack.
I guess still charge with the strat.
I reckon this Rhino could quite possibly start to move out this direction to be able to get shots next turn against the Contemptors. We could also see then St. Katherine move on to the objective. These guys still hold this one, with these guys here still hold that one there as well. So I reckon it's a smart play right now from what we're seeing of Matt here. And he's just very, very calculated. It's a bit quiet, which is fine. He's moving across. But I think what really does need to happen, and the Mortifiers being able to advance and charge is huge, because it means that they're going to be going into the bike straight off the bat, and that's not good, because the bikes want the charge with those lances. So what you could end up seeing is that the bikes will actually fall back out of combat if they are still there at all. Really, really crazy and insane to see what might happen here, ladies and gentlemen. The game is still going. We're in turn 2. This is still unfolding quite well, and I'm excited to see what these sisters end up getting on with. And who knows, Custodes might still pull it out. But I can tell you now that the bikes are one of the whilst we stand, we fights. The second one is the Telemon. Third one is the Custodian Guard. So really, the direction you're looking for Matt to go is he's going to go this way. He's going to sweep here first and then move across and deal with the last unit. Or, now let's see what he's going to end up doing with this Rhino as well. There is a lot of movement options he could do. There's a lot that he could do. I was expecting him to come this way, but instead he's gone this way to just add the hurt onto the bikes. He's trying to kill those bikes. And the Seraphim and the Seraphim, both jump pack units are down, or at least one of them's down here, and potentially there is the Calexis. I believe it's a Calexis in his list. Let me just find it once more for you, ladies and gentlemen. For Tim. Calexis, yeah. So Tim's got the Calexis down over there. Absolutely insane. There's some shenanigans going on one of the other tables. They're absolutely going off their nuts. Who knows why, but I don't know. I'm not covering that game. I'm covering this game. And it's really good so far. So that Calexis could potentially end up moving up the field to do nothing. Or get scramblers. But Tim doesn't have scramblers. So, yeah. Oh, no. That looks like the Seraphim, so the Z. So the power swords going in here. Will they survive against Custodes? Who knows? But, or that could be the Crusaders as well. We'll see what happens, but we're going to turn back to the players, hear from them. That's my insights on this turn. I think Matt's in a strong spot board control-wise. I think Tim may have been caught off guard with that advance and charge from the Mortifiers, but we'll see what happens from here on out. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the coverage.
So still coming from reserve as well. throw that took a while. And at the end of the turn, she gets one back. Which...
Yep. The end of the movement phase or the end of the turn?
Movement phase. Alright, I'll start with that. Shoot that into that.
Yep.
Three.
Threes.
One.
So 1 4 up. Passes.
Nine pistols into that unit.
Yep. The pistols have any AP?
Neg 1.
Oh, neg 1. Nice.
We'll say lose in the next book as well. 6.
6. I'm gonna 1 damage each.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them on the storm shields because they're +1 normally, so 2 still.
Yep.
Fails 1, so 1's on 2 wounds.
Stun bolter into these guys. 1 hit. No wound. Stun bolter, same thing.
Got bikes.
1 hit. No wound.
Yep.
Okay, so the fresh squad's going to shoot into this.
Yep. I'm going to pop Shadow Keepers for this, so putting me down to 8. The lowers the strength of your multi-melters down to 7.
Okay.
And anything targeting him for the rest of the shooting phase as well loses a point of strength.
Okay. I will use 2 CP.
Yep.
So give me +1 damage.
Yep.
It also gives me 36-inch range, so at 18 inches, which I am, I get
+1 damage or
plus
to
damage.
wound?
So I'm +3 to damage.
Yep. Beautiful.
So what do I need to
Do
wound
you have
them?
any rerolls?
No rerolls, but reroll 1s.
Reroll 1s. 4. You're winning on 4s now. Hitting on 2s or 3s? 3s, yep.
And what am I wounding on?
4s.
4s. That's good. I'll do 1 wound automatically.
Yep.
4. I've got another 3.
Yep. So 4 5-up saves.
Yep.
Problem.
So it's neg 4, so it's in bowls.
Yep. So 3 go through.
Yep. So there.
It takes 9 flat so far, so it needs another 5 to be killed. Yes. Does it explode? No, it does not.
The cherubs will go into. I'll still go into that. Not at 18 anymore, but.
Yep.
And this time I'm winning on 3s, aren't I?
4s. It's toughness 8, this dread.
Okay.
It's got a 4-up inbound and a 6-up feel no pain.
1.
1 4-up save. It doesn't get doubled at saves.
You can get lucky and like throw a 6 for damage +1, 7 damage. Like how many wounds they have?
The dread,
Yeah.
14.
Oh shit.
Alrighty, chat. So there were a couple of things that I did miss in terms of
heavy bolts.
where stuff was. So the
Yep,
Crusaders
sorry.
and the Seraphim are actually right in here. And then there's also, sorry, not Seraphim. Whatchamacallit, the
I can't target. I can't target. It's got to be.
Repentia that outflanked, and then the unit here, a Repentia as well.
Yep.
The Colexus is hiding actually down in the bottom of this building as well. So it's really interesting to see how things are going and what's going to end up happening here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll turn back to the players and hear from them as Matt continues to go through his turn.
Fives.
2.
2 at neg 1, so 3 ups. Fails both, so 1's on 2 wounds.
It's 4 damage.
Yeah, 4 health, yeah.
Oh, that's 6 each. Nice.
Oh, they're 2 damage bolters,
2
aren't
damage
they?
each, yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that. No, it kills him.
I'll do an action obviously with them.
Yep.
All right, I'll go for charges. So I'll charge in.
I'm going to Tanglefoot, so I'm going to spend a command point to Tanglefoot the Repenter.
Oh, that's a big play right there, halving their charge distance.
Once this tournament, so if, like, every time I played, so you lose 4 inches.
I lose 4 inches. So what do I need? I need a 3.
So 7.
I'll re-roll it.
Yep, using a command point.
So -4 off the charge instead of halving it.
Excellent. So failed their charge. That's great.
And the Repentia don't even make it in. That's insane, ladies and gentlemen. That is huge. That might just mean the bikes survive.
They will go in.
But we will see.
Not a problem. That's fine. They make it beautifully.
He goes 3 inches, doesn't he?
Yeah.
As long as I'm within an inch of the guy when touch, I get to fight, don't I? With that?
Pardon?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
So I'll take the charge for there.
So you're charging into them?
Yeah. And I'll charge into both the assassin
Yep.
and that unit with the Zephyr.
Yep, not a problem.
Well, that sucks.
So you finished your charging?
Yep.
I'm going to use Trajan's Moment Shackles ability for once per game to make the next Trajan agreement for this phase free. I'm going to use Stooping Dive on the bike captain.
Yep.
He needs a 9 to get in. He's got the bike that allows him to reroll. Nope, so that's definitely not happening. Re-rolling it. No, that was... Oof.
All right, I will start.
Oh, so Tim was trying to clutch play there, but he did not pay off for him.
Yep.
That could very well mean the death of the bikes in combat. And could mean the captain gets piled into. We'll see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting.
The
But
Repenter, sorry? What strength or
you've also got the Repentia
I'm gonna
and
use Shadow Keepers,
the
putting me down to
Seraphim
6. So it drops
into
their
combat
strength
with that
against
Custodian
everything
Guard
base.
squad. That's
I
going to be
can
crazy to
I
see.
can do +1 to wound, so.
That's fine if you're going to.
Cool. So 4s, rerolls with exploding 6s, but I don't see any 6s there. There they are.
So they all hit.
And strength 6, so I would have needed
It goes down to 5, so you need 4s.
plus 1, so 3.
So 3s. 3s rather than 2s kind of helps. Every little bit helps. What's the AP?
$25.
AP of them?
Neg 4 or 5, it's monstrous. Yeah. What's yours? You just go straight to your inbox.
Which is 3 ups, alright.
Then 2 damage each as well.
Do you want me to keep going until they hit the 3 ups? Because then it changes.
Yeah, whatever.
So one's on 2 wounds, so I'll just do them in groups of 2. So man passes, 1. So the first shield guy's now dead.
You got 4 up saved.
3 up in bonds.
Okay.
So I've got this many to go. 2 wounds, so just 2s. He's on 1 wound.
So it should be 1 dice then, not 2 each time.
Pardon?
They got 2 wounds or 3 wounds each?
3 wounds, which is why it's 2 dice. Dead.
Well, the 3 would have done 2 damage to kill him. So 2 damage each. And then you rolled another.
Yeah, so I've lost both of my shield guys now. That last one. So the first one I rolled killed one.
Yep.
Removed it. That one does 2 damage. That one kills the shield guy. And I've still got all of these dice on the 4+. One, 2. So I lose 1 guy, 2 guy. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock him over.
That does 6 damage, but no 4 damage. So. Okay. Are you going to interrupt anything?
Alright, I think this might be the end of those custodian guards, unfortunately. I think this might be the end of them. We'll see. We'll see what happens, chat. But it's not looking good.
With the bikes, putting me down to 5 CP.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm on an objective, I'm using the Custodes strat. So I interrupt for 1 CP instead of 2.
Yep.
3, 4 attacks each. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because I'm in aura range. All hit. Toughness is 5.
Yep.
So wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s because I'm in range of Trajan's aura. 1. That is 7 at neg 3.
How much damage do they do?
D3, so it gets a bit funky.
Alright, so it would have to take 2 to kill him.
Yep.
Oh, neg 3 is it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Just roll your D, all your damages.
Just roll the damages, easy. So the first one, 1 damage, 3 damage.
Alright, so I got Fiona Bane.
Yep.
So he dies.
So he dies. I've got 5 more dice left for you.
Yep.
Next damage is 2, 2, 1. So that's 5 damage.
So I could save 1, which I do.
Yep. So the next damage dice is 2.
So 1 more dies.
And then the last damage is 3.
Takes 3.
So 2 die.
You take 2 of them die within an inch, so you take D3 mortal wounds.
Yep, not a problem.
You take 4 mortal.
3 or 4?
3.
3. All right.
Oh, that's huge. That is huge. 2 mortifiers die, and 1 bike left on 1 wound from the mortifier's ability there. That's insane. Now the mortifiers are only going to be able to strike with 2 back.
I'll go Zeph.
And potentially not even kill the bikes. Let's see what happens next, ladies and gentlemen.
So I can only hit him on 6s in combat as well.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. So I go 5 and 4.
Yep.
So the 4 into the assassin. 6s explode as well, so that's going to help. Only 1, wow. So 2. Nothing.
Easy. And then the other attacks into them. What's their strength?
4.
They've been Shadow Keepers this round, so it got chopped down to 3. So you're wounding on 6s.
5.
5. What's the damage for these? 1?
Just damage 1, but it is need 4.
So onto the 4 pluses. Saves 3, so fails 2, so 1's on 1 wound.
Cool. So the bike's over there.
Yep. Hitting on 2s or 3s?
3s. Only Custodes hit on 2s.
And the strength is 6. So 4s.
They don't usually make combat. Everyone just shoots them dead.
I did not have enough shooting.
Very interesting right now from the mortifiers.
Sorry.
So good.
I think
Just +1.
Matt's in a pretty solid spot, but also Tim's just weathering the storm a bit right now.
They do 1 damage a pop.
Yeah.
Easy.
The chapter calls and we answer.
So it'd be 4.
This is Silicon Don coming in with a follow. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, and most of all, welcome to the chapter.
3, 6, 8.
Alright, 8, not a problem. 4,
At -2.
2, so it's neg, so I'm on my inbox. I fell 1, 2, 6. That is enough to kill both of them.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, there's already a Wild Swiss Family Fight unit dead straight off the rip on turn 2. Oof, that's some cold dice if I've ever seen it, ladies and gentlemen. Cold dice from Tim there for his 4-up invos. Only rolling 6
Pretty much it.
fails.
Pretty
That's
much it.
rough.
Easy, so you're scoring, you hold more objectives for the primary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're within 3.
Sorry, 5.
Are those obsec in any way?
No.
Trajan's within 3, so I still hold that. So that's fine.
Still get to pile in. Because he wouldn't be with the 3.
He won't be, he will be. His objective secured, so unless
Oh, is
those...
it really?
Yeah, everything in my army that isn't a dreadnought is objective secured now at this point. And the assassin. Do you score at the end of primary at the end of your turn or the start?
I think it's at a command phase.
End of the command phase, so you would have held 3, so you would get 10 points for your primary.
They are correct, ladies and gentlemen. So, right now, this is a really interesting match. Whoop, wrong camera. Apologies about that. So, what you're really wanting to see right now is this combat is going to be pivotal for Tim. The reason why I say that is because the Colexus is there. And the Colexus only gets hit on 6s, ignores saves. Well, ignores armor saves, I should say. So it means that he's just going to kill dudes until they're dead. And he's getting hardly any hit back, but volume of attacks means that he can get losses there.
Yes, their leadership 6. I've lost 3
The Crusaders are still there. They're probably going to do scramblers in Matt's next turn. Now the bike captain is there. The bike captain will also deal with the mortifiers on the charge. The Telemon's there as well, which can be really interesting to see what that does. But the 2 contemptors, they are the unknown quantity right now. I would say they're probably going to go for a pincer. In such a way, they're going to go around here with that one. The other one's going to come through and go around here. Or come in and support there. But we're gonna see what Matt's attacks do here, and then I'll continue talking with you guys.
How many attacks are you going to attack with?
They get... We're all going to go into the Repenter with these.
How many attacks?
3 each. So 6 in total. And then the Assassin's got to fight as well.
I'll spend a CP.
Yep.
Any of the guys that die, they explode, they do mortal wounds.
Do mortal wounds, not a problem.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
It's not a 4-up though. It's not
Hitting
fair.
on 2s.
Yep.
Wounding on 2s and strength 6. 5 saves at neg 3, so I shoot.
Straight to the center pains. Damage?
D3.
You roll it.
So 1, 1, and then 3 lots of 3.
So one's 1.
Yep.
Fine. Another one. Dead.
Does he explode?
And then these ones are how many?
3.
All of them?
3, yeah, 3 lots. It's dead. Dead.
Right.
Right, so I killed 3? Yes.
Got 2 mortal.
2 mortals, so 1 guy dies. Goes on 2 wounds. And the assassin is going to strike into the Zephyr with his Farium.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. 1 miss. Wounding on 3s, and you can only take invulnerable saves against attacks from this guy. 3 vulnerables if you've got them.
No.
1 damage a pop, but they only have 1 wound.
I am trying to control the crackling as best I can, chat.
I take it you can't fail morale.
Just so you
in
know.
any way?
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
Sorry, in that turn, how many did I kill? Any units? 1.
You killed a unit of bikes and the Calidia 1, 2 units.
Start of your turn, I get a miracle dice.
Yeah, for her.
Alrighty, chat. So now we can see Tim's into his movement phase. Let's keep on chatting about what we're wanting to see here. We're wanting, as I was saying, and as I thought would happen, the first contemptors come this direction. Now, I reckon the Telemon is quite possibly going to move on to this objective. Yep, Tim's measuring it. He's going to move it. Thought he would. And then this Contempt is going to come around and go for that Rhino.
Still need 1 to shoot through.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what he does. This combat is still going. Obviously, there's going to be some stuff that dies there. The bike captain, though, is
Never
pushed
remember, to be
up.
honest.
Now, is he going to go for St. Katherine? Is he going to go for
I'm tracing through it, right?
St. Celestine? Or is he just going to go in and mutilate the Repentia? I don't know. I don't know, chat. It just really depends on what he's willing to do.
Fine, that's fine.
But I reckon he's probably going to melter the Rhino at least, so then the Contemptor can go in. And then from there, he's going to potentially charge this unit, have St. Katherine come in, and just
That is
wail on him.
in my movement phase.
The other thing is that
These
then
guys gonna come
Celestine
down?
will come down in Matt's turn 3. So still a really interesting game unfolding here for us, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you are enjoying the coverage here from Terracon 2021 with myself. It seems like a great matchup. Not necessarily like that. They're 11th and 12th, so 3 wins, 1 loss each. They're playing very well against each other. And both very elite armies, but Sisters are just showing their new Codex power compared to
sometimes when you see him, he works.
well, actually, no, it's not even the new Codex. They're just showing their power with their old 8th Ed Codex. So some could even argue that they don't need the new Codex update so soon. Custodes, on the other hand, probably do. So we'll see how this unfolds for the rest of the turn. And Tim's bringing in some reserves now. It's going to see. Oh, exactly, Snake Oil Services. 100%, they are great sportsmen as well, having a great time. Just playing a good game, having a fun game. They're getting through it. They've got under an hour and a half left on the round. They're going to get through it.
Shooting.
And I agree, Shazza. I agree. Let's turn back to the players.
This guy's going to shoot everything into him. Then 5, 6, 9, 12. I go up a command point, putting me to 6 at my command phase. Hitting on 2s. All hits, wounding on 3s. That is 8 at no neg. Trajan's going to double shoot into them as well. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling, hits, wounding on 3s, rolling any 1s, 1 miss, 1 at neg 1, 2 damage.
That's it.
Survives. The big dread is going to shoot everything at the multi-melters squad. His Spikers, he moved. I don't think he's in range, but I'll double check. So, yep, he's in range. Beautiful. So 5 shots. Hitting on, say, 3s, because I can never figure out the crater. We'll see. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 saves at neg 1.
Just flat 3 ups. Now for both. How many more shots has he got?
8 shots with his beam profile, his blaze cannon. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. 7 at neg 2.
Sorry, 1, 2, 6 plus the other guy had a 200 pain anyway.
Beautiful. The Dread is going to fire his bigger missile profiles into this squad here, and then his Adrastite into the Zephyrum, into the Repenter, sorry. So the Adrastite hitting on 2s, All hit, strength 5, so wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s because of Trajan. Miss. 5 saves at -3, so flat 3 damage, so any invons, I guess.
Got 3, so 5 of them. First one. So I found 2. The next one. That's 1 gone. Next one. Found another 3. So 1 dies.
How many wounds do they have?
5.
These.
Oh, them, sorry.
Yeah, the 3 damage flat one. Sorry, I don't know if I'm sorry if I
So
wasn't
how many
clear.
was it?
5 in total. 5 at flat 3 damage.
Sorry. So 3 get through.
Yep.
1. Oh, almost. 2. Almost failed.
Oh, beautiful. And then his main gun, the spear's going to shoot at the other squad there.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s, both missed, but re-rolling because of Trajan. 1 hit, strength, wounding on 3s, re-rolling 1s, but all hit. With -3, 3 damage.
Okay, stretch for no pain. 3.
Easy. You're still in imager fire range. Can I shoot the Triumph of St. Katherine now? I got to shoot the Rhino first. Easy. Okay, that's right. It has 9 wounds, doesn't it? Yeah. Blocked. They're going to shoot into the... Is your heal bot touching the wall?
It's touch back. But
Touch
they,
back? Yeah, not a problem. You bumped him. It's
They
fine.
are.
Yeah. So the... Yeah.
That's -2 shoot this.
-2 damage.
So mid.
Yeah, and I don't like your multi-melters, and you've got not a lot left that I can not also shoot at. I can't shoot the Canoness. Yeah, they're going to shoot into that. They've only got Storm Bolters, they've only got Storm Bolters. Hitting on 2s, any 6s are an additional hit. 4 hits, wounding on 2s, 3 saves at -2.
So I got cover, so I got 2 up, -2, so I got a force. Because I'm within range of that, I can use 2.
Yep, so you're going to automatically pass 2, so you've got 1 more guy. Yeah, 1 more save to make.
I thought it was like 2.
Should be 3.
Oh, 3.
Kills 1. He can't shoot anything because they're all still in combat. Here's shot. Charging. The Dread is going to charge into the squad here. So
Hold it.
Any overwatch or anything like that.
Call the Contemptor going into combat.
3 inches. I don't think it's going to make it. It definitely does not. I'm going to use a command point.
Are you going to need it with Trojan?
Yes, because I want his movement. 6 inches. That does get in.
However, the other Contemptor backtracked, so the other Contemptor actually came down here
Trajan's going to charge.
instead. Really interesting move by Tim,
Squad as well.
but he's looking to stop his opponent from scoring points, which is a good play.
Yes. The Dread is going to charge the Repenter. And, oh no, just the Repenter. Makes it. The bike captain is going to charge. It's an 8 for the sister. I don't want the rhino, I don't give a shit about the rhino.
You go from the base. Though.
Yeah, from the base, so he needs an 8.
So Silicon Dom, sorry. The Silicon Don, I am here. I am actually live. The guys are actually right behind me playing the game. So it's a really cool setup we've got happening here. I'm happy to be able to bring you this coverage for the event.
Auto pass them through morale or anything? You've got enough CP to pass them. What's St. Catherine's invuln and 4?
-1 to hit.
You reduce damage by it in any other way? I'm gonna charge the Repenter. 6 inches. Combat. I'm gonna use the Dreadnought first into the Repenter.
Smart play from Tim. Smart play.
So he's got 8 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Let's see if it pays off.
All hit.
Yep.
Wounding on 2s. All hit. Oh, wound. So 8, neg 3s, flat 3.
No point rolling. I got 8 of them. 3 damage each.
Yeah.
And Matt is just picking up the unit of Repentia. The Contempt just slides on in and just wails. All hits, all wounds, neg 3, 3 damage per attack. It just wipes out the unit. That's some hot dice, ladies and gentlemen. That is some absolutely hot dice that you love to see in chat. Let's see what else happens here.
It's 2 CPs. Yeah, actually.
Yep. Not a problem.
30 attacks.
30. Oof. How do they get so many attacks? Oh, they've got sweep mode or something?
Just flat 15 each.
That's disgusting.
But not damage 3, 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
Oh.
The Dreadnought just then.
Toughness is what?
I'm straight 6.
So 5s.
Six.
6, and it's at neg 2.
Yeah.
So 4 ups. 1 damage a pop. Fails 1. So it takes 1 dude. 6 up, feel no
2
pain.
CP to do 1 damage.
No, you don't do any. It's the feel no pain.
Oh.
The Dreadnought's going to attack.
Some more hot dice from
into
Tim
them.
there.
5 attacks, hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. All hit. Strength 14. Strength 7, double toughness. 2s, rerolling 1s because he's in Trajan's Aura. 5 saves at neg 3, flat D3 plus 3 for these.
They both lash out. Here, it's 4 mortals.
4 mortals?
Here, it's 1 more.
4 mortals or
4 and 1.
is it D3 or?
That's huge,
It's
ladies and
D3,
gentlemen.
So 2 mortals for Trajan then, or?
So 4 for him.
How do you roll it 3 times, or is it just for both?
Oh, it's explosion.
Ah, so it exploded. So it auto explodes and it does D3.
Yep.
And you rolled a 4 for Trajan?
2 fours.
2 4. Sorry, I didn't see the second 4, man.
This one is just a 1.
Sorry, I didn't see the second 4 on Trajan.
Sorry.
That's big, ladies and
maintain.
gentlemen, for Trajan.
Passes, so nothing.
Taking some wounds, but the contempt are going in and taking out the
5 attacks
mortifiers.
plus a miscourtier
has-
attack into him.
Has just pulled it
Does that
back.
do anything?
Let's see if
Trajan's
the
gonna
brother captain
consolidate.
can finish off those
He's gonna
Repentia as well.
consolidate 3.
But I reckon, yeah, it's looking
Miscourtier attack into
a lot
Repentia.
closer than what we
Hits.
think right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Wounds, neg 2, 1 damage.
Pass.
Passes, and then the 5 other attacks. Hitting on 2s. All hit. Wounding on 2s, rerolling everything because he's charged. 5 neg 3s, D3.
Roll the D3s.
Easy. That is 2, 2, 3, and a 1 and a 1.
1. 1.
So 2 are dead. Dead. Beautiful. He is going to consolidate 3 inches.
Yep, and the Repentia has been wiped.
You get to choose
On that
first who you
left-hand
wanna fight
flank.
with, so the Zephyr, I guess. So you.
Hey, what's bad? No 6 is the hit. 3.
3.
Yeah.
Are you into the assassin or the
This guy.
this guy? Yep. 1 damage or 2? 1. 1 damage. So, and, what's the neg?
Next 4.
Neg 4, so 1. Sorry, takes a wound, so he's down to 1 wound. The assassin.
1 hit.
Yep.
But hang on. Strength 4, your toughness 4.
So no wounds on the assassin. My
Oh,
fight.
I've got reroll the wounds.
Yep.
Still nothing.
Nothing. Alright, my 4 attacks with the assassin. Hitting on 2s. All hit, wounding on 3s, and these are no regular. You can only take invuln
Sorry,
saves.
I really butchered it up. Can I reroll that? Because I forgot to reroll all my stuff.
Yeah, no
Sorry.
problem, man.
Just for the 1 trip guy.
Yeah. Do you have an invulnerable save on them?
5 up.
Take the 4, 5 ups too as well.
Some really sportsmanlike play being done here. Matt was messing up how he was doing. Tim allowed him to go back, do the re-rolls, re-roll it all
Another
fresh.
4 saves.
So good. Such a good sportsman.
Die. 4 saves. You killed him. Zephyr.
So I'll need a test over there. 2.
You lost 4 in total.
Yeah, so 2. All right.
So using Miracle Dice to save the unit.
Start this turn, I get.
All right, I'm going to go grab their points and I'll come back with them updated for you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. I hope you're all enjoying the match.
Is that on sec?
No.
So I score that one. That's the
Yep.
primary.
Yep.
So
you've
3
got-
points for that.
Yeah, you score 15 for the primary because you hold more than I do.
And then at the mission objective when I talk. I'm scoring
Yep.
that one.
You score 3 points.
So points for turn 2.
Easy. He scored 10 for primary. I scored 5.
Yep.
He has 3 for engage all fronts.
Yep.
He's deployed scramblers twice. And then starting in his turn 3 in his command phase scoring.
Anything else for yourself, Tim? I did notice you lost your bike, so that was one whilst you standing
Yep.
fight.
And I lost the custodian guard, so I've lost 5 of those as well.
It's a big grass. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Command points.
I've got 5. You've
Two.
got 1 now.
Yeah.
2. Sorry, 2.
Brilliant. Thank you, gentlemen.
Not a problem.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Just got the points. It's been a big turn for Matt here. So Matt was able to score 10 points on primary. And I'll update him as I talk to you. So actually, first off, CP. Matt's down to 2 CP. He used a lot that turn. Whereas Tim is still on 5. Didn't use as many, but still used a fair amount. In terms of primary, Tim scored 5 points on primary, and Matt did end up scoring 10 points on primary. Matt also ended up getting 3 points on engage on all fronts. However, the biggest thing is that Matt lost 2 of his 3 whilst we stand we fight units. That is a huge swing, and that is going to change the points now, going into turn 3, to be much more in Matt's favor. So he's going to be on 13. Oh, not what I was wanting to do. 13, which puts him up to 23. And unfortunately, Tim drops down to 10 points. So he's on 20. Really close game, hey, ladies and gentlemen. Turn 3 is probably going to swing to who gets this game. It's going to be a close one. Stay tuned here to watch all the live action as we bring it to you.
3 attacks each, strength 6, neg 2, 1 damage.
Alrighty, so just going to kind of sum up movement here from what I can see for you, ladies and gentlemen. So you can kind of see Tim has got this unit right poised to deal with the unit of 5 sisters right there. And you can see Matt's measuring to it. You've got both rhinos back here on the objective. St. Catherine's moving up. Celestine's moved up as well. And I reckon we're going to have a Celestine Trajan Valorous fight. It'll be really cool to see. The Calexis is going to finish stuff off here. I reckon the Contempt is going to start to make its way back this way during Tim's turn. For Matt, however, the Crusaders are still here. And then he's also got another unit. I think that's going to be the Seraphim. Sitting behind there. Still scoring engage on all fronts. Really well played. Using line of sight blocking. So really at this point, we need to see Tim gets onto some of these objectives. So whether it's up here to get through or using these guys to move on to that objective, but really needs to stop Tim scoring more points and start scoring more as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Very tense game, very tight game, but a very fun game as well up in the top tables, ladies and gentlemen. Let's turn back to the players and see how they're going.
One damage. Passes.
3 flamer, so 3 saves against Trojan.
Any neg?
1.
Passes.
I'm going to spend my 2 CP.
Yep.
So it's that same straight as before. Going to guarantee 2 hits. So 2 already hit.
Into what, sorry?
Back to Trojan.
Yep, from the...
Melter guns.
Yep, so
4 hits.
4 hits. Wounding on 4s.
1.
1. 1 invuln save then. 5 up. Nope. How much damage is this going to do?
Sorry, the roll. It's +3.
Can you use a command point? Putting me down to 3. Nope.
It's going to do 9.
Going to do 9, so I lose 1 because of the Dreadnought ability putting me down to 8, so 8 feel no pains.
Oh, let's see.
No feel no pain, so it's down to 1 wound.
Ooh,
1 wound.
that's insane, ladies and gentlemen. Duty Eternal saving him there with the -1 damage is huge.
Yep.
0 1.
You're wounding on 6s.
1.
On 6. 2 up. Passes.
Here.
Yep.
That.
And 3s.
4.
4 saves. No neg. So 2 ups. 1 wound, so 1's on 2 wounds.
Here. And 2 more.
Passes both.
Pistols into the assassin.
Yep.
1 hit.
Or nothing.
Okay. Oh shit. We'll charge Celestine team.
Yep.
Tango for
Again,
anything.
called it, chat. Called it.
Stop fly, so I can't.
Going to go
This will
back.
be an interesting combat.
Take it.
St. Katherine, charge as well. I don't need much. It's trick. She can go through that, but I don't think I can make one next to it.
No.
I'll just take her. Right. So she's in the bottom now. So
Yep. Not a problem. Yeah, I don't want that.
if she gets through.
Yeah, it's fine. Yep.
So I'm going to go Dreadnought first.
I'm just having a think. I am going to spend 1 CP to heroically intervene. with my putting me down to 2, putting the Dreadnought into the Zephyr.
Oh wow, didn't know that. Okay.
That means the Zephyr's
And that's
definitely
it.
dead this turn.
I guess the Dreadnought.
This is the Canoness, or?
Yeah, to wound it, what do I need? Strength. 4,
So 5s.
5. I'll guarantee a 6 at least.
Yep. This is a chainsword.
And then I got 3 in total.
Any AP?
I need 4. Straight in, well, 2 damage each.
Yep, 4 in total. 4 5-ups. Passes all but 1, so it's 1 damage. I'm going to use the command point. I need a 5.
Hasn't he already used that already?
Not the combat. It's close combat now. Passes.
Was that on a 4-up involve, was it?
5-up in bond.
He passed on 4, 5-up.
It's gross.
Fuck.
Yeah, brutal.
Be very
Custodes
lucky
are
with
tough.
Oh, he's been a bit of a bastard.
Yeah.
I've got 1. I'm going to use my last command point now
Yeah.
to interrupt with
Isn't it 2 CP to interrupt?
1 because I'm a Custodes within 3 of my objective. So, stratagem for that. Trajan, I'm going to throw it all into the
Oof.
Triumph because Celestine's a bitch. Hitting on 3s because it's the Triumph.
Yep.
Rerolling any 1s. 5 hits. Am I neg to wound or anything? Toughness.
Mid-turn.
Rerolling any 1s. 5 at neg 3. So 4-ups. Passed them all or none? 2. So D3s. 4 damage.
So 4 damage dealt on St. Katherine, the Triumph of St. Katherine here. Before Celestine or St. Katherine get to attack, that's a huge play, only being 1 CP because he's within range of the objective.
How many wounds you got left? 3.
Let's
3 on
see
him, yeah.
what smack back happens.
2. So 3. Oh, no, strength 6.
Yep, so
4.
4. And these are 2 up each, 2 damage each.
Yep.
3 up invon. All good.
And St. Katherine. Got an exploding 6 anyway. 3.
Yep.
And you got 1. So this is. Sorry. It's neg 3 damage 2.
Yep. And so 3 ups again. Fails 1, so 2 damage, so he's on 1 wound.
The player's got less than an hour, I should say. Under 53 minutes to go for the game. They're definitely going to get through it, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a
And
good
these
game
are
so
the-
far.
What's fighting now?
This is Triumph again.
She can fight twice.
No, she's got 14 attacks, the little girls, 4 relics.
That's fucking gross. What's the strength of these?
Not great.
Leading 6s.
It's strength 4.
So 4, so 5s.
So 3, 5.
So 5. Any AP for these?
It's only neg 1.
So 3 ups still. 2 through, so he dies. Easy. I'll choose my Dread to fight first then.
And over there.
They haven't
Yeah,
charged,
that's
so I will pick this guy into the
Well,
Canoness.
he charged, there he goes.
He heroically intervened. There's a Hitting on 2s into the cannoness, all hit, wounding on 2s on the cannoness as well. 4 saves at -3.
One goes through.
She's got 5 wounds or 6?
5.
So I need better than 1 or a 2. 5 wounds.
Oh, really?
It's D3 plus 3.
Shit.
And there goes the cannoness, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe I survived.
It's a...
No, you rolled 4 5-ups. Yeah. That's a big swing. If that dies.
You're free and, yeah. Your Zephyr girls.
That's huge for Tim right now. That is absolutely huge. To have the Dreadnought free to be able to move, shoot, and then get charging and get into combat before anything happens.
1, 6, so 2 hits.
Celestine's probably going to go down next turn.
2 wounds for change.
Yep. 2 4-up hit bonds. 1, so 1 damage. So he's down to 4 wounds. The Dread is going to mulch what's left of them. D3 attacks. 1, so 6 attacks in total.
I can pile in there too, can't
You Celestine into her. If you want to.
You can't swing again.
I can't swing again.
And if I do that, you're not going to shoot with it.
Correct. I can't. Well, yeah, I can't shoot him anyway. Actually, well, I mean, I can since it's my turn. It'll be my turn, and you can shoot in combat because it's a vehicle.
Okay. But then you have to choose to shoot.
But I have to choose to shoot her.
I'd need 1 at least.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So hitting on 2s, wounds, wounding on 2s, 6 in-bond saves on the girls. Punched. Five. I get another 5. I will at the end of my turn.
So, what did I kill? Anything? 1?
You killed Trajan. You killed the. Just Trajan. I go back to 1 command point.
Start your turn.
Yeah. Have you got your midfield scramblers?
I did scramble over there.
Yep. Beautiful, that's fine. I can't see them, that's fine. Sweet. I need a
Alrighty.
10 to get into that, which is going to be gross.
Let's see what Matt's going to end up doing
I'm
here.
going to shoot the Hurricane
Oh,
Bolt
Tim.
into
No,
the
sorry.
multi-melter girls.
It's Tim's turn. Rip.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling any 1s.
I realised before I'd used 2 miracle dice, but I was out of range of that. They died anyway.
Wounding on 3s.
I'm trying to get my head around using her. She's complicated.
10 regular saves on the multi-melters. just. We get any feel no pains? Did you survive again? Ugh.
The chapter calls and we answer.
He's going to shoot Celestine.
M. Wilson 109, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the stream, and most of all, welcome to the chapter.
2 hit. Toughness is 4, so
3.
So wounding on 3s. 2 at -3.
How dare you assume my toughness is higher than it should be?
I thought you might be special still.
Last is 3.
Barrels 1, flat 3. So she's down to 4.
2.
She got 5 weapons now. The heavy
Oh,
gun,
she could have 6.
1 hit, 1 miss on the spear.
She could have 6.
Wounding on 2s for this. Wounds, take your incon save. You're not risking it. That's fair. This guy's going to shoot everything into the Triumph.
Yeah, I'm touching that, so -1 to hit.
Yep. His Spikers, he hasn't moved, so 5.
I'm -1 to hit anyway. Right?
Yeah, so 3s. 1 miss. Toughness is 4, 3. Really? Wounding on 3s, so that is 6 at -1.
-1 is it?
Yeah.
Takes me to a 4 up. What's the damage of this?
1.
Takes 2. Look at those 6s, as if I want to waste on 1 damage.
Yeah. And then the 4 guns hitting on 3s. Three hits, wounding on 2s. 3 at -3, so you're in bonds.
That was 2.
Flat 3 damage for these, so down to 6. He's going to Flamer. 2d6 shots, 7. Wounding on 2s, so 5 at -1.
Jeez, I'm not doing well.
She's on like, what, 3 wounds?
3 wounds.
The struggle.
Oh, the Triumph of St.
Yeah,
Katherine,
look at
only
that.
3 wounds
And all the
remaining.
relics are gone, pretty much.
Oh,
So, she's got 6 attacks. Cool. So she'll keep the relic, the Argent Shroud one. It's like a D6 explosion of 5+ attack points.
easy. They're going to shoot into the Battle Sister squad. Not they're going to do much. 4, 6. Hitting on 2s. 6s are an extra. So 1 extra hit. Wounding on 2s. 5 -2, so you're just ignoring
5
them.
2-ups.
All good. You get that in general, the -2 for on shooting, or just everything?
It says weapons with an armor penetration of
Yeah.
-1.
All right, sweet. So in general, so charging, the bike captain's going to charge both of the rhinos.
Well, Overwatch.
Pardon? Makes it, so he's going to make it,
Can't fly through that.
so he's going to get,
Can't fly. Charge.
alright, that's right, sorry. I'm just going to get to basically there. As long as he's within 3 inches, which he is. This guy's going to charge the Triumph. Needs a very long number, but that's what. As long as I can avoid going through him. Pardon? I can not touch it. I can go through. I need a 10 to get in, but I can. 9. I'm going to use my last command point to reroll that. Need to
Does he
get 10
get it,
again.
chat?
Nope.
No, he does
Nothing.
not. Oh, no.
Tell him on it's not worth shooting into that with. These guys are going to charge into the Battle Sister squad.
There's the box cars.
Did it in the wrong fucking order.
There is the box cars, ladies and gentlemen.
Do they count as troops?
That got upset.
Cool.
Combat over.
charge.
Yeah, I'm going to do that one over there. 3 attacks each. 3, 3, 3. Hitting on 2s. Misses. Wounding on 2s.
Does it mean can I set to defend in that one? +1 save.
To put it to a 1. You've got a 2 up anyway, because they're -2 weapons.
No, I've got a 3+ save.
Yeah.
In cover, I have a 2+ save.
I do apologize about the static, ladies and
it is-
gentlemen.
it
I'm
counts
trying
as
my
cover,
best to
right?
manage it as we go here.
So 2 ups. 7 in total. So 2 more. So 2 die?
1 dice.
Dies.
Okay, Celestine.
You're interrupting, or I've still got my bike captain.
Oh yeah, you
going?
got him there.
Bike captain into the rhino that's wounded. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling captain. Easy. All hits on the rhino.
About 40 minutes
And then
remaining, ladies and
wounding
gentlemen.
On strength 7 to 5's rerolling everything because he's charged. One at D3, -3.
It's fine.
Passes.
No, you
Up. Goes through. D3 damage, 1 damage.
Which one?
The wounded one, so he's down to 6.
Cool. Alright, so Celestine over there.
Yep.
I'll use a miracle dice to auto hit one of them.
And then
5s. I'll use my 5.
so 1 hit.
Of them. So 2.
Yep. So 2 5-ups. Saves 1, fails the other. 2 damage.
2 damage.
Drops down to 1, so I need a 6-up feel no pain to save it.
Can he make it?
No. Doesn't
Nope.
explode. Yes.
But it does explode. Is it going to kill Celestine here?
Anything within 6 inches
Is it 6 inches? Wow.
takes D3 mortals. So Celestine's.
Don't roll a 3.
Nah, you got a 2. But I can still get
Oofed.
St. Katherine on a 3. Needing a.
And 2 wounds on St.
both on a-
Katherine as
they're both on a
well.
wound.
Oofed. That's hard, ladies and gentlemen.
He
Could have
should've been
taken
there
out
anyway.
both
Yeah, he's
characters.
been a bit lucky.
That was huge.
And then, yeah, over there.
One hit. You go, girls. Strength 3, so nothing. Okay. Rhinos, how many attacks do they get? 2 each?
I think so.
Hitting on 6s only or 5? That's something stupid.
3. Overrun, I get.
Much lower anyway. Nothing. Alright, alright. So, in that turn, I kill 1 unit?
Yep.
Or 6. My turn, I get my 3. Okay.
Hold 3 objectives. 1, 2, 3.
I've got Obsec here.
Oh, you.
2 models within 3 of that.
Oh, I didn't see. Sorry. What are they?
5 battle systems.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, easy.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4
Alrighty,
objectives.
they're at the top of turn 4. I'm going to go get their points, and I'll be right back.
As well. Now, who's your other Wild Beast Stamp fight?
This boy.
Just him?
Yeah. You killed the custodian guard squad and the bike squad. Alright. I got 5 for primary. And then 3 for engage on all fronts. And then that is it. Yep, he got 15 points for his primary on turn 3. You got engage on all fronts.
3 points.
3 in your command. It's because it's your command phase for that.
Phase I got. So I've got 6
held-
points for that in total.
Yeah, and you got 2 points last turn because you.
Yep.
Because last scramblers.
So I've at least had 6 points for that one. So I held it once over there, held it once there.
Yeah.
So that's the mission objective plus.
Twice. So yeah, but it's 4 no.
3 each time. So 6 points.
It's not. It's 2 each time if you control one of you.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Jeez, terrible. Shouldn't have taken that.
Just the one, so it should be 4.
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Turn 2 and 3. Yeah, because you held one objective there on turn 2 and that one on turn 3.
They're both standard.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the points in for you. So, Matt is pulling ahead quite well with the sisters. I'm going to update these points as we go into turn 4.
Does it really matter if they die though?
So,
They've kind of done their work.
Matt's points at the end of turn 3. He scored another 15 points on primary to go up to 25 on primary. Absolutely huge.
But if you fail that, spike a 6, how many wounds?
Oh, did I hit something?
14 in total.
He ended up scoring another 3 points on engage. He did, in fact, score 4 points on overrun as well for turn 2 and turn 3. 2 points, so 1 objective each time. And then he got the last scrambler down, so there's 10 points on scramblers. Absolutely huge. Tim, on the other hand, is having a rough one. He's looking as though he's only got 10 points on primary. He only just got 3 points on engage. And still only 5 points on whilst we stand, we fight. So that leaves the total points at a big difference right now, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of battle points, we're seeing Matt currently just on scoring, not including battle ready, is on 35, 40, 42 points. So he's going to be on 52 points total. However, Tim, on the other hand, is on 18. And he's going to be on 28. It's almost double. Matt scored almost double the amount of points here. So really good match, really fun one to see. Now, in my opinion, in terms of what Matt's doing, he's playing it perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Celestine has moved from here already back up to deal with the captain. St. Katherine is on 1 wound. So she's staying there to hold that objective. She'll get blown off though. Unless she's going to move this direction or she's going up here. So, she's moving a bit closer. Then, really, there's other sisters up here, and they're holding this objective here. You've also then got these guys right here on this objective. Matt's fallen back out of there as well. And a bit of smiley face on stream as well for you. So really going to be interesting. The Seraphim are still here holding that objective. There's still the Crusaders down in there. So really at this point, Matt's in solid control of the game. Tim's just got to deny him points now as best as he can. So let's see how this goes for Matt and the rest of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us today. I really appreciate your viewership here, whether you're just lurking in chat, whether you've been active in chat. Really appreciate you hanging out with us, and we're going to keep on going. I'm going to turn back to the players, and let's see how turn 4 turns out.
You got involves?
4 ups. Everything's good and involved. Passes 2, 1 dies, so I'll take the one on 2 wounds.
Bolts into these.
Yep. 1 save.
Actually, don't make it sick.
Any AP? Any AP on it?
No. I'll go.
Passes.
Cool. Just because I'll speed the game up, I'll just charge.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, you're going to make it.
All right. Did you get that? Wow, so that's 4.
4 saves. 4 3-ups. Fails 2, so that's 4 damage. 5 up, feel no pains. Passes 1, so he's down to 6 wounds. You're not charging with anything else, you can't. So here's 5 attacks into Celestine. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling everything. All hits, wounding on 2s. 5 invulnerables.
Fails 1 only.
Right, T3. She gonna feel no pain?
No.
Oh, so she's dead then.
But she gets up.
Yep. On 4 wounds. It's fine. You finished?
Yep.
Easy. My turn.
So I'd get engage again.
Yep. One CP. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. As long as I keep them over here.
You haven't been scoring many engage, have you?
Pardon?
You haven't been scoring much.
I got 3 points last turn. I'll get another 3 this time. Like I said, you outpointed the shit out of me, basically.
I think primary as well.
Yeah, this one is if you control 2, you only get 5 points. If you control more than 2, it's
So I've been on basically those 3 the whole game, plus that one,
plus that,
one.
and I don't have the units to kind of fucking stand there for the most part.
I think taking out that tank was probably the strongest thing I did.
I wish I had a Telemon. I wish I had fucking another one of these.
So in the next book, I lose all of this neg AP 1-2. I lose run and charge. I lose
Double
reroll
shoot.
to wounds them. I lose
Use-
move and shoot with the retributors.
Oh, I know. I saw. I was just like, I was playing
But
this.
if
and
you
I was
take Agent Shroud, you can actually run and shoot still. And
That's
the other
not
trick
bad.
is as well, you can put 5 multi-mill and 5 dominions in Rhino. Turn 1, the Rhino mission switches. So there's
got
your
that
extra.
back.
There's your extra move.
He's going to flame at that. 2d6. 2 flamer shots, wounding on 2s, so take 2 invuln saves, I suppose. Or whatever saves, they're at neg 1 damage.
Neg 1 damage. Doesn't really matter if she dies, does it?
No, not really. And he's going to charge her.
Take 1 and I'll save 1. Yep.
Passes, that's fine. This guy's going to shoot into the... I don't think you can actually see anything. Oh, you can see the Battle Sister Squad, that's not too bad. So the Battle Sister Squad, yep. He's going to use his heavy cannon mode. Can't see with the spikers, so 4 shots. Hitting on 3s, that was fucking garbage. Wounding on 2s, nothing. The
Oh, if
Bird
Tim
Boys
Slice is
are
going
to
cold
use
on him.
my last command point to double tap.
Nice. I'll go to ground for a 0 up.
That's how it works. Hitting on 2s, any 6s are additional, so
I'm so glad I got rid of that stupid go to ground bullshit. That was just like, I'll go to ground. I'll go to ground.
wounding on 2s. That is 8 at neg 2.
So just 2 up still. It's 9-inch aura.
Yeah, I know.
Love it. Do they really love it? They lose 1.
Tim's able to do some stuff with some shooting, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what he's able to do with close combat now. Let's hope he's able to clear some objectives,
charging.
get some points back,
The
and really stay in
guys
this
into
match.
them as well.
Sorry?
The Ventari into that squad. Don't make it in. I only get 3 3 inches is probably not enough.
You got to get to it and up.
Yeah, so no. The Dread into St. Katherine. Yes, I get heaps of space for that.
It's good because it gets you around.
Yeah. D3 attacks. 3, so 8 attacks. 4. Hitting on 2s. 2 misses. Wounding on 2s. 5 in bonds on her. No dice. Does she explode?
No. She's not a tank.
Ah, what a pity.
She explodes for 62 mortal wounds to everything of your everyone in your mob. How about that?
Fair. That is my turn.
I feel like wearing that t-shirt. Stop, stop. She's already dead.
Pretty much. 6. 15. 3. This is. Oh, you've. It's the end of my turn 4.
Alrighty, chat. I'm going to pop over, grab their points, and see how they're going for turn 5.
So start of the turn. I still. Oh, sorry. I get to attack back here.
Five. He goes up another 15 because you had 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives. Yes. Yep. I got 5 and I got 3 for engage.
No.
No. Not a problem.
So it looks, ladies and gentlemen, the turns are going quite fast. I'm going to just enter the points. I won't add some commentary now. It's really coming down to the pointy end of the game with only 20 minutes left. These guys are going to finish because this is now turn 5. So we'll have the final points for you shortly. In the next kind of 10 minutes, I would say, we'll have the end of the game. So don't go anywhere for the rest of the match. It's been a great one. So happy you're joining us to watch the rest of it.
I'm not going to kill that anyway, but if I do...
You've been it's been troll-tastic that each time I've left you guys, I've left him on one fucking guy. I've shot him, I've killed one, I've killed one, I've killed one.
It's been awesome.
It's like, ah.
Okay, another one back. 1, 2, 3. They are efficient at killing them though. If you kill... Sorry. Hopefully I don't think I'll kill any of them. Alright. The multi-melt shots into him.
Yep.
Three.
So 3.
What do I wound on?
3s.
3s. I'll use my 1 CP to make 1 dice, turn that into a 3.
Yep, so 4, 3 ups. Pass them all good.
Because if at that range, I pop a 6, it does 8 damage.
And he's only got 6 wounds left.
Celestine. Cool.
Yep. What problem, you're going to charge? Flamer.
Does 3. 5 actually.
5.
No, what's your toughness?
6.
3.
So 3. Saves them all.
All the boxes into this, so
Yep.
4, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20.
Yep.
Test off the Magifier.
Can the Repenter come onto the board even if stuff's close to the board edge? Like outflanking wise?
Oh, you still got to have the rules of 9 inches. It's just being able to go auto charge.
And it's from side edge of the board or? Easy. Wounding on 5s.
2.
2 at no AP, that's perfect, saves them both.
Alright, I'll charge. How many wounds you got left? 6.
Yep, 6 wounds left.
I'll charge. I'll charge.
I like.
All of it. At the end of the last turn anyway. Not another turn.
It's rampage time.
Celestine. Oh, yeah. Four.
Yep. 4 3 ups. Fails 1. 2 5 up, feel no pain saves. Fails both, so he's down to 4.
Six.
To his strength.
3, and 5, sixes. Nothing. And the preacher, what does he do?
Eve's, I imagine, even more useless.
I actually think he'd be more useless. You're right. He's got 3 attacks. He gets 1 for charging. He gets 1 for. Does he get 1 for his own aura? Add 1 to the attack's characteristics of. Yeah, that's.
Hitting sixes.
6 there, so 2 extra hits. And 1.
Couldn't make me save a regular passes.
Cool.
So he's down to 4. I get to strike back.
Yep.
Should have taken Assassinate on the odd hope that you did this. I'm going to target.
I like Assassinate because I'm going to hide these little shitty characters.
They're just hard to get to, which is why I figured I'm going to throw 3 attacks into the Preacher, 3 attacks into the.
Hospital.
Yep. 3 attacks into the Hospitaller. All hit, wounding on 2s, -3, D3.
Pass 1. Pass 2, pass 3. Let's go for a pinball.
Easy.
What a
The
gypsy.
other 2 hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s on the Preacher.
Same thing.
So D3 damage.
Out come the support characters for combat now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what they're able to do.
Woo! Got all those miracle dice left.
My leadership tests.
I like it. My turn. You get your engage because I can't really stop you much. So I score my primary and I finally actually get 10 points.
How many you want? How many you want?
3, 1, 2, and then the Alexis.
What is the score currently?
41 to 72. Because you max scramblers, but you've gotten like, how many for engage have you gotten? You've
Done
got
that.
Pardon?
Done with that 3 times. So I should have 10 for that.
Oh, sorry, that'll be, and then overrun. So far it's 79 to 41. Because you capped your primary pretty well, and it's just the other stuff like you lose 5 for scramblers, and then the priority ones fucked you a bit.
So I'd only lose a possible.
You lose 16, I think it is, or close to
Yeah, because I can only score 10 for
scramblers,
scramblers.
and you've got 10 for engage so far, I think.
Is that all?
You didn't get it turn 1.
So turn 1, I got the 2 quarters. Every other quarter I've got.
So 12, sorry.
Yeah.
So I've scored my points. Can I fit through this back corner? I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I can't climb up because it's a fucking dreadnought. I'm going to make your failure.
I think Tim's forgetting his scores at the bottom of the turn right now.
Sorry, man. Doesn't really matter. You're not within 3 of anymore. So shooting, not even really gonna bother. That's game.
Very good game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go get the final score from the players and then come back and update you guys with what they are.
Hospital.
She's drilled the shit out of me.
MVP. She kept on bringing back multi-meld every turn, and then one was always surviving.
Yep.
And I'd just bring back one more. Yeah. So
What was the results?
81 to 49.
there's a few things that was pretty sick. He made 4 5-up feel no pains,
Yeah.
made the Dreadnought on 1 wound,
Yeah.
and then he managed to kill Celestine in return. No,
The St. Catherine, when it finally exploded, it took mortal wounds off Celestine and St. Catherine, which was
Yeah.
fun.
But it
I've
should've-
never played against sisters before, so
Oh, have you?
Yeah, so I was just like, what does the
What does it all do?
I think
Yeah.
the big thing is the Tanglefoot Repentia 4-inch charge thing.
Yeah.
Because the mortifiers were going to go into Draco early. Because when they die, they explode and do mortals. So that was my strat. They ran to get him in there. They would have done much better killing them. I would have picked up a lot more.
I completely forgot that Outflank still exists and should have screened out the Repenters on that side because you weren't going to kill Battle Sister, the squad without it, which is a big game.
And being able to come out of line of sight secret and Overwatch. Because last time I played Gabe used the heavy bolted ones, that they got 2 profiles. I came in with the reserves, like, yeah, I'm going to smash them. Niche went like 30 shots, killed all the Repentia, and I'm like, ugh. That was brutal. But no, it was a good game. I think my movement's what got it early.
You pinned me in and I just like
Yeah.
shriveled up and I shouldn't
I played a lot more defensive turn 1 though. I didn't do a lot. And I had that first turn. I played very cagey. But I don't know. I think overall there wasn't. While you're standing your fight targets,
Just fight is sometimes the biggest trap.
I took out 2 of them.
Yeah.
The Custodian Guard squad
Okay.
the Custodian Guard squad's a bit, but it's better than having it as the tank. There's so much melter weaponry that tank can't be like.
Because I'll be honest, I was quite surprised when you actually brought them out. While you're standing your fights, you brought them out rather than keeping them a bit more.
I completely forgot that the Repenters can outflank from that side, which is why I was like, I should have screened the Collectors, so at least you could have had to have gone like further out, and Tanglefoot would have been like a more worthy option, or at least like you could have failed a charge or something. But
Cheers, thank you. How do they turn off?
I think it's just the off button.
Alrighty, chat. How's everyone doing?
Turn it away.
Howdy, team. So I've got the final points for the match with Matt and Tim. I'm going to pull up the prediction as well. Let me pull up. Matt did end up winning that round. So 10 points back to you, Dragoon. Not sure if I ever played a game to turn 5, but last player round 5 scores. Yeah, you are correct. Not the command phase. They did FAQ it. The players did it at the command phase, which is fine, but it's up to them to police their rules, not me, which is cool. But the final result, 81 points Matt scored during the game. Tim scored 49, so the total is 91 to 49, I believe, in terms of including Battle Ready, or it could have been not including Battle Ready already. I'm not sure, so it's either 81 or 91 to 49 or 59. So still a relatively good game on stream. I hope everyone here has enjoyed the action. Now, we are going to take a little bit of a break, ladies and gentlemen, right now until next round is up. We've still got about 7 minutes left in the round for everyone else playing. So that means that we're going to end the game there for these gentlemen.